Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, great. We are live. We'll just wait for a few people to join in. Fantastic. And you can hear me and see me clearly, yes?
I can see you clearly. I can hear you clearly. So
Brilliant.
far, so good.
Brilliant. That's fantastic. Great, great, great. We'll just wait for a few more people to just join, and then we can get speaking. It's very exciting. So everybody coming in right now, I'm really sorry that I had to postpone the episode on Monday, which was the wonderful Shubhankar Banerjee. Unfortunately, because of the cyclone that hit West Bengal and Odisha, the connectivity was really bad, and it still is actually quite unreliable in West Bengal. So I had to postpone that episode. Hopefully, Pandit Shubhankar Banerjee can join us some other time, and I'll keep you updated on when he can do that. But today we have the wonderful Shashi Vyasji with us. I'm very, very happy to have you here. And we're going to talk all things Indian classical music and Pancham Nishad and organization. So let's get started. Welcome to everybody. Welcome everyone to season 2 of Cut the Crap. This is officially now the first episode of season 2. So it's wonderful to have everyone joining in. I'd like to ask you the first question, which is that you've been organizing now for 25 years, And I want to know what your goal has been behind organizing. What is it that you have hoped to achieve, and how much of it have you achieved? And what are the new goals that you've set for yourself in your organization?
Uh, First of all, good evening, Saberi and all friends, those who are right now on this, what should I say, Facebook to watch
Yes.
this program. So, sabko pranam, namaste. Uh, Thanks a lot once again for letting me to share my thoughts on Indian classical music scenario in short.
Mm.
Uh, I think Pancham Nishad's website is quite clear what 25 years we have been doing. So I don't want to invest so much time in that. Uh, all this time we prefer to uh, keep a low profile because when you keep a low profile, I think you are able to do a better work. As regards goal, uh, in just I'll try to take as much less time as possible.
Oh, please, please, please do.
By profession, I'm a chartered accountant, and I was a practicing CA for about 20 to 23 years.
Mhm.
Uh, Later on, due to some events happening in my institute, they requested me, and then we 7 chartered accountants came together to form Pancham Nisha. At the time of formation, we had very limited objective to preserve and promote Indian classical music. But every year we felt that, let's say somewhere in 2003 or around 2002,
Mm.
that the time is ripe for focusing on the youth of Indian performing art and culture, Indian
Mm.
performing arts in principle.
Mm.
It's a little uphill task. Uh, as far as achievement is concerned, I have removed that word from my dictionary.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, there is nothing like achievement.
Okay.
It's just a journey, and you go each mile, and then you feel that, oh, something is done.
Mm-hmm.
So, achievement, if you ask me, we have been able to keep ourselves floating in this volatile sector of performing arts. Uh, I must say that in 25 years, I can tell you to make both ends meet is tough. It's like running a house.
Right, right, of course.
Uh, इरादे बुलंद है तो फिर कठिन रास्ता भी आपको आसान लगता है
Mm. Mm.
चाहे कितनी भी मुश्किलें हो but it has been an enjoyable journey uh, with a total background of uh, music in the family.
Right,
Uh,
of course.
my entry in the world of classical music is accidental. I must share with you that maybe at a very young age, My father said, your voice, being a male voice also, it has not cracked. Normally it cracks very badly, they say. So why don't you learn music? And I said that I'll do anything but not classical music. Those days, my company and all those, it's different ballgame. But in short, what I never wanted to be, I became. I never wanted to be chartered accountant. I became chartered accountant. I never wanted to be around Indian classical music world, and I am 24/7 in Indian classical music.
Right.
But immodestly, there is one thing. Once I take it up, then I give everything that I have. And whatever I have done, it has not been a result oriented. It is a process oriented. I enjoy the process. Success, failure, it's okay. There are various reasons
Right.
for its being success and for its being failure.
Right.
So, in short, this is what I could tell that Pancham Nisha story we have done. And today, our focus is on youth.
Wonderful. That's wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for speaking about that. Once again, thank you to everybody coming in right now. We've got the wonderful Shashi Vyasji with us. I want to ask you, the first question I want to ask you is, how at Pancham Nisha do you choose your artists? Because this is a very important aspect. And actually, when I spoke to you on the phone, I think the second time we spoke on the phone, you said a very interesting thing, and you said that a very important question is, are you promoting the artist or are you promoting the art form? And I found that very interesting. So I would like you to expand on that. And I'd also like you to just go into a bit of detail about how you choose your artists. How at Pancham Nisha do you choose your artists for your various events that you do?
Before I answer this question with little elaboration, it's a very good question.
Mm.
And are you asking me in general or you're asking me youth specific?
No, I'm not asking you youth specific at all. I'm asking you because I know that at Pancham Nishad you have different events for different purposes. And I was reading about Pancham Nishad, and you're very much into thematic events, right? So I was reading about that. So obviously, I'm guessing, I don't know, you'll be able to tell me that for each themed concert, you have different ways of choosing the artists because they will serve different purposes. So however you would like to go into it, but it's not youth specific. It can include youth, but I'm talking about all artists.
Okay. In the initial years, definitely having access to all senior artists, thanks to my father and my brother. My both the brothers are into music world. You know that. You know my brother Satish also,
Yes.
who has been doing a great work since probably I was a college going boy. So with that access, initially we thought of generating resources, mobilize resources. The objective was, if you want to promote, what are you promoting? Are you trying to promote the art? Are you trying to promote the artist? I must say here that Pancham Nishad all those years has been very candid about its objective. I am interested in promoting art. Artist for me is a medium who takes that art to a common man.
Right.
And it depends on the artist's talent. There are 2-3 factors. Now, I hope you don't mind if I answer this question with little elaboration.
No, please do.
Just to give the background, because just saying that, oh, we thought of some late midnight ragas and I chose Bhimsenji and I chose my father with Darbari and Malkaus. And when there were light tuned ragas, I chose this. No,
right.
I'm not going to say all that process. It's on the spur of the moment that you decide what is the best combination. What we came up with initially to change the scenario, in those days in mid 90s, there were very few conferences. Let's say in Mumbai, there was Gunidas Sangeet Sammelan, Xavier's conference. Then Bombay Music Circle used to do earlier, but that was in 80s. Very few conferences used to take place and very few, so to say, commercial events, which are ticketed events independently. It was somebody's death anniversary celebration, somebody's 60th birthday, somebody's 75th birthday. Some music circles were at that time in operation, like Dadar Matoga. Suburban Music Circle, which are still there. So the main, I said, classical music is not going to change.
Mm.
How will it change? The Malcolms will remain Malcolms, the Todi will remain Todi.
Mm.
We concentrated on presentation, make it more appealing to the audience.
Mm.
The stage, the atmosphere, the ambience, the advertisement, the promotion. We concentrated on those aspects, and at that time, fortunately for us in late 90s and the early part of 21st century, mainly the English papers used to take cognizance of Indian classical music. There
Mm.
used to be a culture zone column.
Mm.
Advertisements were at the affordable rates, but the major item was no concert was viable only on ticket sale. And we had said that when we keep all the senior artists, by and large, I
Mm.
would say 99%, if not 100%, has to be a ticketed show.
Has to be ticketed. Okay.
I must share you in 1995, we did one event at uh, Hindu Colony, Dadar,
Mm.
in my school's ground.
Mm.
It's about a 1 acre big ground.
Mm.
And that's the first whole night program we did, starting with Pandit Bhimsen Joshi, followed by Hariprasad Chaurasia ji with Anindo Chatterjee, then my father, and concluding with Pandit Shiv Kumar Sharma with Ustad
Mm.
Zakir Hussain.
Okay. Wonderful.
And I must share with you, we had kept ticketed. Even my friends, I had said that no freebies, you have to buy the tickets.
Mm.
That
Mm.
was for the cause, for my institute's hostel.
Right.
The
Right.
first day, we sold about 3,200 tickets. That was the response.
Mm.
And all we had given name, that was given name as a Sursagar, unleashing majestic waves of melodies.
Mm.
Then we did in 96 Winter Vintage,
Mm.
presentation of the classical melodies which are at least 100 years old.
Okay.
And that was left to the senior artists to decide that which ragas are beyond 100 years life.
Mm.
Choice was given to them, and it has to be as per the time frame.
Mm.
So we started with such thematic concerts.
Mm.
It created interest amongst the audience that what's happening. I'll give you one simple another anecdote.
Please
We
do.
did one event, Restless Peace.
Mm.
Now, Restless Peace, the title itself was a little bit confusing for the common man. What is this Restless Peace? We had Hariji, we had Trilok Gurtu, we had Gino Banks, then we had vocalists, like it was classical music and with 2 3 Western instruments.
Mm.
So the show was houseful in a day,
Mm.
and I had some 1 or 2 tickets returned because of some unforeseen circumstances. And we normally don't take return tickets. Like someone wants a refund, we don't say. So
Mm.
someone said that doesn't matter if you don't pay me, but you accommodate someone, and if you sell the tickets, then refund my money.
Mm.
There was one person who came running and said, "Sir, कुछ भी कीजिए, मुझे टिकट दे दीजिए." तो मैंने उसको कहा कि भाई आपको अगर टिकट लेना था तो आप पहले लेना चाहिए था ना,
Mm.
शो तो हाउसफुल है, आपने क्यों टिकट लेना चाहते? बोले नहीं, वैसे प्रोग्राम में मुझे कोई दिलचस्पी नहीं है, लेकिन मुझे प्रोग्राम का टाइटल बड़ा अजीब लगा, व्हाट इज दिस रेस्टलेस पीस.
Mm.
तो मैंने उसको अपने क्षमता के अनुसार आई जस्ट एक्सप्लेन्ड हिम.
Mm. Mm.
So he said, I just want to go inside and watch that ki what these artists are doing.
Mm.
Are they giving justification to your thought process? And I said, of course, you please give me feedback after the concert is finished.
Mm.
And the program started with some drum, percussion, everything. And then Hariji's flute started with a very evening, soothing, meditative melody, a Twilight Zone melody. I think he played Marwa or something, and
Mm.
all that Rishabh and everything was very, you could say, creating that atmosphere of peace.
Right. Right.
After the concert, he said, I feel my money is worth. Now, if you ask me, anytime Hariji would have played that Marwa with the same command and with same, I would say, the quality that of music would have been the same.
Mm.
It's about creating a mindset of the audience.
Okay.
That is what Pancham Nisha did with some events. We did Dhaval Nisha.
Mm,
The title was Sharad Purnima, Dhaval Nisha.
mm, mm,
So that kind of concerts, spiritual morning at Gateway.
mm,
Now at
mm.
6:30 in the morning, you have, and spiritual morning at Gateway was all with maestros because that required a certain kind of experience in that presentation. So
Right.
we had
Yeah.
Hariji,
Yeah.
Hughie.
So that's what I was going to go into and ask you is for these specific events that you're doing, for these specific thematic events
Artist
that you're
choices
doing,
according to that.
artist choices according to that. So how, firstly, if you would like to just name the events that you do currently, because it'll be
Mm.
nice for the viewers to know. I'm sure they can find it on your website as well, but just because you're talking to us anyways, you might as well. And
So
according to each theme, what is the process that you go into when choosing artists specifically?
I'll tell you now. This is one spiritual morning at Gateway.
Yeah.
And believe me, Gateway was not giving permission to anyone in the morning because of security reasons.
Okay.
But the then government was very kind enough. In fact, the then Deputy Chief Minister, Mr. Chhagan Bhujbal, said, if you want to do anything which is giving a message of peace, the government will support you in terms of
Right.
permissions.
Okay.
And I
Yeah.
was also not looking out for any financial support from government.
Hmm.
So that's the first program we did of Hariji. We were allowed to keep tickets also, and I had requested. Now, of course, you cannot keep tickets at Gateway of India,
Hmm.
and there
Hmm.
is so much security that pretty difficult to host program there. But still, it is on. That was one, I would say, a signature event that Pancham Nishad has been doing for last 17 years.
Okay. Okay.
One event that probably,
And
uh,
for that, you only use senior artists because of the
yeah,
theme
only
of that.
senior
Okay.
artists so far. But last 2 years, we
Yeah.
have changed the focus to the youth now. So 2 years back, we kept Kaushiki Chakravarti with Ranjani Gayatri,
Hmm.
South and North Indian classical music
Right.
parallel tracks together. And last year, we kept Jaitirth Meundi and Praveen Godkhindi.
Mm.
And those choices were made probably after understanding each other's strengths and the similarity and how they can make it gel with each other.
Hmm. Hmm.
Fundamentally, those two artists who are coming together ought to have a informal musical bonding between each other.
Right.
Then only such kind of a concert is successful.
Hmm.
But the event that probably took Pancham Nishad on a different pedestal was an event on 2nd October 2001
Hmm.
at Shanmukhananda. One day I just was sitting and I thought that uh, how do I acknowledge the contribution of these maestros,
Hmm.
and especially Bhimsenji, my father, Pandit Jasraj. And then I found out that they have never come together on one stage.
Hmm.
So I approached first Sangeet Maharan Pandit Jasraj ji, and believe me, he's a very positive person. He immediately said yes. And why I'm sharing this, that even senior persons, they find the senior artists, that there is a purpose of doing this. And I explained him, my idea is all three of you in your individual way, in your way, you have contributed to the world of music.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I want three of you to come together. I want to felicitate three of you. And so he said, I am sure I am in. And both the other artists, like my father and Bhimsenji, they are senior to me.
Hmm.
And he used to call my father Bade Bhaiya.
Hmm.
तो बोले बड़े भैया और भीमसेन जी तो मुझसे उम्र से भी बड़े हैं उनका सब, तो मैं पहले शुरुआत करूंगा. But what he said next is something which I remember. He said, it is such a brilliant idea, brilliant concept. I am sure your father would not say no to you. बड़े भैया आपको तो मना नहीं करेंगे.
Hmm.
बट हो सकता है कि भीमसेन जी शायद तुमको मना करें
Hmm.
कि क्या जरूरत है.
Hmm.
तो इतना याद रखो, मुझे फोन करो, मैं तुम्हारे साथ भीमसेन जी के पास चलूंगा और उनसे कहूंगा कि आप आके गाना है.
Hmm. Hmm.
Now when you have such kind of support, when you have such kind of scenario, things work out. And that was first event Also, I must share, because this, since you said the music lovers should know,
Mm.
3,000 people were inside the auditorium. We had about 200 artists standing in the wings having no seat.
Mm. Mm.
And there were about 1,000 people waiting outside to get entry inside. And I had to seek permission from the auditorium authorities that please, police, you talk to them. These are
Mm.
music lovers and they're ready to pay.
Mm.
And that was the first time I got a case where someone came with saying that your tickets are being blacked. They were sold in black.
Okay. Yeah.
And मैं तो बहुत हैरान था कि क्लासिकल म्यूजिक में टिकट्स ब्लैक होने लगे तो फिर सिनेमा का क्या होगा. But that was one event that immediately Pancham Nishat got some kind of credibility.
Right. Right.
Next year we bring another three together under the title Siddhi,
Mm.
Kishori Tai, then Girija Devi ji and Parveen Sultana ji.
Mm.
Then next year we got three instrumentalists, Ustad Rais Khan, Pandit Hariprasad Chaurasia and Pandit Shiv Kumar Sharma.
Mm.
With three different tabla players like Anindoji, I think Kumarda, and one was I think Vijay Ghate or someone I don't remember, or Yogesh. So all these events led to these thematic events, and then it became probably the trend-setting activity in Mumbai city, especially.
Mm.
Everyone was searching in for title,
Very
that the
interesting.
concert should have title.
Right.
Never said it is an Indian classical music program. That was
Right.
one change that happened.
Mm.
But then I wanted to shift focus to the youth. So in the year 2002,
Mm-hmm.
I, like Pancham Nishad, instead of Pancham Nishad, thought of starting a concert called Arohi,
Mm.
the 2-day festival of rising stars of Hindustani music.
Right.
And in that, everybody asked me, why don't you feature them along with a senior so that the listeners will they will get an opportunity to showcase their talent in front of the listeners. I
Mm.
said I want to happen it vice versa.
Mm.
I want the listeners to come and ensure that Pancham Nishad is featuring 6 talented artists who are young and do not have the enough name, so to say.
Right.
And it was ticketed show. For your kind information, it was a ticketed show. First few
Mm.
years we kept it ticketed show,
Mm.
almost till second last year. Uh, Now we are keeping it free because honestly, that was never a money making concert.
Mm.
But that was the first event in Mumbai which was exclusively only featuring youngsters.
Yeah.
And the
Okay.
first program of Arohi featured first day Manjiri Asnare, followed by Aman Ali Bangas Sarod, concluding with Jaitirth Meundi. That was Jaitirth Meundi's first major concert in Mumbai.
Mm.
Next day
And
morning,
sorry to interrupt you.
yeah,
How did you choose these artists? So
I will come to that.
yeah.
I will come to that.
Yes.
Next day was Rahul Sharma. That
Mhm.
was his first major concert in Mumbai. He had
Mhm.
just started. Then Sanjeev Chimalgi,
Mm.
and concluding with Niladri Kumar.
Right.
Now, Niladri Kumar was known. In 2002, he was known.
Mm.
Uh, Not such a big name that it is today. At that time, he was, but amongst the youngsters, he was a very well known performer.
Mm.
Now, you said that how did you choose?
Yes. Yes.
I had heard Manjiri Asnare umpteen times, an authentic presentation of Jaipur Gaiki, so I chose her.
Mm.
Aman Ali was a Sarod player carrying a legacy and probably first major concert in Mumbai. So I said we must feature him under the text of legacy.
Mm.
Everyone should get an opportunity.
Of course. Right.
Jaitirth Meundi was my choice because in 97 I had heard him invited for a one small Baitak concert, and in Hindi I just told my wife कि हिंदुस्तानी संगीत में ये लंबी रेस का घोड़ा है.
Mm. Mm.
क्योंकि music is not only about knowledge, music is not only about how much do you know, Music is, or any performing art, whatever you know,
Mm.
how do you present it on the stage, including your stage craftsmanship, including your the skill
Right.
to deal with that. And I found Jaitirth, he was the nobody knew. In fact, my sponsor at night he came onto the stage at 10 o'clock, and my sponsor said, शशि जी मुझे तो अब निकलना है, मुझे सवेरे 6 बजे की अहमदाबाद की फ्लाइट है. भावेश भाई अगर वो सुनते होंगे तो मैंने उनको आज बोला था कि आप सुनिए, तो उन्होंने कहा मुझे जाना है, अपने पत्नी के साथ आए थे. मैंने कहा 15 मिनट इस लड़के को सुनिए, अगर आपको नहीं अच्छा लगा तो आप निकल जाइए.
Mm.
And believe me, he sat till night 12:30.
Mm. Mm.
And after that, he might have kept his few concerts saying that Shashi ji kya artist diya hai.
Mm.
You know, you have to take at times chance. You have to see the potential. It's not only about the music. On a given day, महफिल रसोई पगड़ी रोज नहीं जमती है.
Mm.
कभी कभी की बात है वो. ये बड़े कलाकारों के साथ भी होता है. एक दिन उनकी महफिल नहीं जमती है तो नहीं जमती है.
Mm. Mm.
We should not think from that angle. And youngsters, I always felt should be given more chance, more opportunities to perform.
I
Unless
just
you
want
hear
to,
them 7, 8 times, you cannot conclude whether
yeah,
he or she is a good singer or a good instrumentalist.
I want to pick up on one thing you said, which is presentation. And I want to kind of go into, thank you first of all for going into so much detail, because it's very important that people hear, you know, what these themes that were that you came up with and
It's
why you
not ad
came
hoc
up with them.
choice. There is
And
never an ad hoc choice.
right, yeah, no,
ये उसका बेटा है, इसका ये है करके हम लोग नहीं रखते हैं. नहीं
that's very
रखते.
important to, you know, speak about. And this is why I do this show, so that people can understand the process of why things happen. The second question related to this, I want to go into presentation and publicity. Because today I was just looking at a lot of things that Pancham Nishad has done, and I have a few questions, and if we can have an open discussion, I think it would be great,
Correct.
because every single organization has a reason for why they do what they do. So I was going through some of your posters, because this is a topic that I've brought up before on Cut the Crap. First of all, I'd like to say thank you to everybody watching. There's a lot of people watching. A lot of people are watching. Satish is also watching. Thank you. And I want to go into some of the posters that you've done.
You're scaring me.
No, 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 not at all. I just want to ask you, because I feel that people should hear it. It's not about right or wrong. It's about opinion. And this show is about discussing opinion and how people work. So the first question I have is, I was looking at some of the posters for Udayswar and mostly Udayswar actually. So I saw that, I don't know who manages your posters or who does that kind of thing. You'll be able to tell me better. But I wanted to know, how do you decide whether you're going to have the tabla player's photo or not? Because this is a very, and I'm not, you know, I'm not trying to put you on the spot. I'm asking you because you've been in this for many, many years. And so you've had to deal with this throughout the years, right? And I just want to know, what are your thoughts behind this? How do you do this? What are the decisions you make? Because when I was going through the posters, there's one poster of Ustad Rashid Khan, and Vijay Ghate ji has played with him, and Vijay Ghate's photo is on there. But then there's a poster with Rahul Sharma, and only Rahul Sharma's name and photo is there, and there's no name also of the tabla player. So there's,
This is which program, Rahul Sharma's?
This is Udayswar. 19th of August. I don't know which year this is.
This is a year before last.
Yeah.
Can you show it to me again, because normally we have a company's name.
Sure. I'll go down as well. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, this correct one. And then there is also so this one, again, I'll tell you 3 types. I'm just telling you because I want to understand the inconsistencies. Then there's Ramakant Gaikwad and his photo and name. And then there is co-artists, Ramkrishna Karamelkar, you've got their names, but then you don't have the photo. So my question to you is, how do you decide whose name you're going to have, if you're going to have their name, if you're going to have their photo, what's going to be the dynamic, and what are the reasons behind that? Because obviously I'm asking as a young dancer. So
I know.
I know a little bit about why things happen maybe, but people who will look at your publicity, they might ask these questions, but will never get the chance to ask you face to face like I will. So
It
that's my
doesn't
question.
matter. Anyone can call me and ask these questions. I never get
Well, great.
disturbed about
I have the opportunity. So yes,
it.
what are the
uh,
things?
you see, there are various factors. First of all, let us understand. I don't call them accompanist. I call them co-artist.
Yes, yes, I've seen that on your posters. Yeah.
Now, we ought to take some practical. Uh, I don't say difficulties, challenges that you meet when you are designing ad. Fundamentally, space is decided by your designer. Whosoever designer lets you know what space and what information can be accommodated.
Right.
If there is enough space, something can be accommodated, it is done. I do not interfere in my designer's work except
Mm,
the look.
mm,
As regards the mention of co-artist, I know that this is very delicate question because most of the co-artists feel that they have been given a raw deal of not mentioning their name or their photos. In
mm,
Udaiswar, we at the on the day of the concert, we print a small brochure
mm,
in which every co-artist photo is given
mm,
because we have a space there.
mm,
As far as this poster is concerned, by and large, I don't say it might have been error of omission, but normally it is only the main artist whose photo is there because people are interested to know who is the main performer,
mm.
and
Okay.
that we want to
Interesting.
make a better impression. It
Okay.
is not that we want to give a raw deal to the co-artist or so.
Mm,
At times, the combination is what people look forward to.
mm, mm.
They look forward to.
Okay.
Like if some instrumentalist is there and with if there is Yogesh Shamsi, then we know that this combination is something that people look forward to. So that
Mm.
co-artist name goes.
Very interesting. Mm,
For example, tomorrow Buddhaditya is performing and Somen Nandi is there.
mm,
So that's a combination which is very known to the public.
mm,
Secondly, Hariji and Vijay Ghate is a combination that people know about it.
mm, mm.
But Vijay Ghate, as such, in his own way, is a quite known tabla player. But
Right.
at times, even his name has not appeared.
Okay.
There might be a question, and which I suppose that why co-artists regularly their names are not given.
Mm,
Space constraint and designers' choice that if the, I cannot give only one co-artist name if it is a festival, if it is something. There
right.
are 5, 6 co-artists, so it
Right.
assumes space.
Mm,
They will say make a font less. No artist can realistically and rationally dictate to the organizer that what it should include and what it should not include. It
mm,
is a prerogative of the organizer because his or that organizer's idea is to promote the concert. While promoting the concert, which are the major factors that contribute to the uh, proper promotion? Proper promotion in the sense, what is the essential information? There is
mm.
incidental information and there is essential information.
Right.
Main
Okay.
artist forms a part of the essential information. Now
Can I
there could be
play?
an argument.
Can I play devil's advocate here and
Yeah.
ask you a question in counter to
Uh,
this? There could be people who say, where is the line between the organizational or the aesthetical space on the poster
mm,
versus the respect of an artist? So I'm just saying, because, for example, again, I'll give you the example, and this is why I've saved these, because I feel that obviously I shouldn't speak without
yeah,
showing.
don't worry.
So there's Shubha Mudgal also, which you have Udaiswar, which was on the 16th of April, Sunday, 16th of April. There also, there's no mention of the
Artist, co-artist.
co-artists. Correct. I was losing words. Um, and same for Rakesh Chaurasia also. So
Mm,
my question to you is, where is the line? Fine, I can understand photo. I'm
correct.
understanding your point. What about not even mentioning their name? Because then when you look at Shuchishmita Das, for example, 17th
Mm,
of July, there
mm.
is space there where it says vocal, disciple of Maestro Ajay Chakraborty. For me, and I'm going to completely speak from a artist point of view here.
Agreed.
Yeah. For me, when I look at that, I think to myself, if there's enough space to write disciple of whoever, there should be enough space to just write the name of who's performing with her or him or whoever's performing. So my question, the further question is, how do you decide if you're going to put their name or not? Because photo, fine, we'll take it as a consideration of aesthetics. How do you decide whether their name should be on there or not? That's yeah.
I think that decision exclusively is not rested with, as far as we are concerned. I am not talking about others. It's not rested with us. When designer comes up with a space constraint, then we say do what is best to you, and we leave it there.
Okay.
So if you have seen those names, means in principle, if you ask me, co-artist name should have been there. In principle, if you ask me.
Yes.
But there are practical logistical difficulties. Realistically, one cannot complain. Co-artist, and in my humble opinion, if there is a contractual system and in which the main artist says that whatever may happen, along with my name, my co-artist name has to be there. That is a precondition of my concert. Then you are bound to keep it. I would then put the question to you, why the main artist does not in contract put this kind of a clause that please, you must include the names of my co-artist also in all the publicity material.
That's a very good point. I mean, I definitely agree with this point, actually, what you're saying. I think that, I mean, personally, if you ask me, I'm a very young artist. I'm not a big
So
name.
it is not to do with the young or
but-
old. It is to
yeah,
do with the
the
particular
principle.
a principle. Like, see, if I want to keep your concert and you insist that you want to keep me the name of all the co-artists and etc., I may differ and I may say in that process I'll not keep your concert because I have my own space constraint. I have my own ways and means to promote my show. I have that right as you have that right. So end of the day, it depends.
But
Co-artist,
does keeping the name really clash with space on a poster? Like just names?
it is not only about that.
Yeah.
I am asking you a very frank question. Does it
Yes,
make any
please.
difference to the concert promotion? If I add to a company's name at my own discretion, I may do it at some times, I may not do it at some times. Does it make any difference to the promotion of the concert?
If
Why do
I
you
may,
advertise?
yeah,
First
if
and
I may
foremost,
answer, I'll answer from my perspective. This is my personal opinion.
agreed.
So in London, we have started, me and my parents, and two very close people of my parents, students of my parents, who we've started a company called Sadha Arts here in London. And yes, people watching, or you may also say that London and India is different, and I take that into account. But I'll just give you what I feel, right? Personally, we would never bring out a poster, because now also the technology plays part in this. We don't have to bring out one poster. If I'm, for example, I'll just give you a small example. We did Ram Gopal Festival, which was a festival in my grandfather's name, a 2-day Kathak festival, right? And we had 12 artists in total, 11 of which came from India. No, sorry, 9 or 10 of which came from India, but I can't exactly remember. Now, out of all those, we could have been like, okay, let us just make one massive poster and put everybody's photos on there. There are 2 problems here. One, too many names, too many photos on one poster. It's going to look too cramped. It's going to look too aesthetically horrible, to be very frank. So I agree with you on that, because aesthetically that's going to look horrible. People are going to look at it and it's going to be too many faces on there and names on there. So what we said is, for us, what's more important? We said that everybody deserves to know who is taking part in this concert, whether it's a main dancer or whether it's a accompanying or a co-artist, right? Whatever you want to call it. But so we said, let's make 2 different posters. We made one with all 6 main Kathak dancers, main artists, right? And then we made another poster. We actually made 3 posters. We made one with tabla players, one with people who are playing Nagma Lehra, and one with vocalists. And then we posted those one by one on social media with names. And in fact, all main artist photos were same size. All the names were same sized. Everything was the same sized. So if you ask me personally, I would say that it is very possible to keep aesthetics and also give people information that's necessary. And sometimes, yeah, maybe I'm not saying that everybody on the street was going to be like, Saberi, who's accompanying you on stage? No, maybe people don't care. But I, as an artist, I care. So yes, I understand your point. I completely agree with you that artists should also have that mentality. If you really want your co-artist to be on a poster, you should stand by that. But I also feel that it is also an organizer's responsibility to say, fine, if, I mean, what's it going to take away from my poster if I include one name? Nothing.
Let me
That's
interrupt
what
you.
I personally.
Let
Yes,
me interrupt you.
please. I love this discussion.
You are
by the way.
talking about posters,
Yes,
but you see all the advertisements of Udaiswar,
yes.
and in that you will find the co-artist name.
But that's what I was saying. There are some where there aren't.
In
For example,
advertisements, not posters. Show me advertisements which comes as a commercial that tickets are available, Udaiswar ticket is opening, so and so. Poster is
okay.
different from tickets. And when we keep tickets for sale, advertisement for so and so date the program is there in Mumbai Mirror, or you show me one advertisement where co-artist name is not there.
Okay, and how do you decide the size? Because if I'm not wrong, I don't know, I think you'll be able to
Simple.
tell
Let
me
me
better.
let me answer you this.
Is this a proper one
Uh,
according to you? As
this
in,
is this is advertisement.
this is advertisement, right? So on this, you've got co-artist name, Ojasadya on tabla. Yes. But my question to you then is, and I'm just asking you questions because these are questions I have been asked for this show, and people
Correct.
won't ask you on your
Go ahead,
face.
go ahead,
I
go
want
ahead.
to ask you.
No problem.
So you've got Rakesh Chaurasia
Hmm.
here.
Hmm.
How do you decide, or maybe you don't decide, maybe you're not the one who decides, but how do you decide what the size of the tabla player's name is, or the co-artist's name?
I don't decide that.
Okay.
This
Okay.
I leave it to the designer.
Okay.
I
For
have,
them
I,
to
as
see
I
the
told, and this is my honest reply.
Yeah, no, it's great that you're being honest. I think if more people were honest like this, it would help, because
Like, then what is the role of designer? Then rather I design the ad.
fair enough.
I should respect his also aesthetic sense. He's the
Mm.
creator of the ad, he or she, whosoever it is.
I also want to ask you, have artists asked you this? Have you had that experience where people have said that, why do you not have my accompanying artist name? Or has the co-artist asked you, why is my name or my picture not on there?
See, if someone comes up with that,
Mm.
there has to be a rider, and which I sincerely feel. Every artist who feels that it, in advertisement, the space cost money. The space cost money.
Right, of
When we
course.
have now, why you keep main artist name and why you don't keep co-artist name is not a what should I say, right of any person to ask that question to the organizer, because it's a paid concert. If it's a charity concert, then if he asks, I will feel there is some moral right involved. But you are performing. If you are a main artist and your name is not there, I can understand. As a co-artist, you do not have inherent right to demand that, so long as you are paid your money. I will give you the changes which has happened in Bollywood now. You
Okay.
see all the film advertisements, now even main artist names are not there. It is only the film name. And they have director, photographer, music director, but not a single artist name. Now tomorrow a superstar also says that why my name is not there. The producer will say, boss, it's my money.
That's
Are
a
you
very
getting?
interesting. Absolutely, it's a very interesting point. I mean,
Have you seen Bollywood advertisements?
Yes,
Recent?
I have.
There was a time when they used to say Pran, who was a villain, a character artist. They used to say Dilip Kumar, Vaidyareman, all, and Pran. So as good as he was given more importance than that.
Right.
The co-artist should feel that, is he a contributing factor to the gate sale? Is he a contributing factor to the gate sale? And I need not say, anyone who is contributing to the gate sale, whose name contributes to the gate sale, the organizers will go out of the way to mention that, because they have to have the logistics of the concert.
Mm.
You know, we always mix up the professional approach and the emotional approach.
Yeah.
Emotionally, even I agree. If tomorrow I am a tabla player, I will always expect that my name should come as a co-artist, or I am a
Mm.
harmonium player. Then why not tanpura player?
I think the problem actually is the mentality of artists also, because I'm reading the comments, and I don't want to take the person's name because frankly speaking, this makes me angry. When I see this coming from artists, it makes me really angry, especially when it comes from dancers, because I believe a dancer cannot go on stage without these co-artists. It is impossible for me to stand on stage without those co-artists. If I am going on stage, I am going with a team of people. Saberi Misra cannot do a Kathak recital without these co-artists. And I think dancers, and I'm really talking to the viewers here, if there are dancers watching, please understand this. I'm 23 years old. If you're older than me, I shouldn't have to be explaining this to you, but I am, because clearly people aren't talking about it enough. But as a dancer, I have always maintained this. Even if, fine, if let's say the organizer has valid points, they can't put everybody's photo on there because of aesthetical reasons, logical reasons, agreed. But then I also have, now you have social media, you have Instagram, you have Facebook, you have your mouth, you have ways of making a poster. I have done it where I have made a separate poster for Facebook, where I have put my accompanying artist or my
But
co-artist
let me
on there.
interrupt you here, Saberi. Even
Please,
we do that in social media now. And
really.
believe me, you take all our advertisements, you will find co-artist name.
Mm,
We say, then we tell the designer, boss, they are also part of this concert. Even a vocalist cannot be on the stage without co-artist.
mm, mm,
His or her program is incomplete without the harmonium player, without the tabla player, and without the tanpura player.
mm,
Each one is a inevitable ingredient of that performance.
mm, mm,
But one should also understand, in principle, as I said, Pancham Nishad has always endeavored that everybody's name is given. We
mm,
want to do that. At times, logistically, it becomes little difficult for us as the organizer. I'm talking like we did a program of art prayer. Now, even in 240 square centimeters, from morning 6 to night 12, when we are doing a show,
right.
all these artists coming together, it
How
becomes
can you
difficult.
put everybody's, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Then might be an co-artist who is contributing constructively to the gate sale. His
Mm,
name becomes automatically, he becomes a choice, because
right.
the objective of advertising is what?
Mm. Is to draw the audience
And
to
then
your
what are
brand.
we here for? We are here to promote art.
Right.
We are here to
Fair enough.
promote art.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Absolutely. I just
You
want to
know,
take this. Shailesh Raikarji is saying too much time is being spent on this question of including or excluding some names. This question
I
could
think
be
he is right.
important. However, it's not worth spending so much time. I
He is
mean, I
right.
don't know whether he's right. I think these questions never come up anyways.
Because this
So
is for
unless,
common man, because we are coming to the same point. So there are
yeah.
some factors. And as I said, in principle,
Hmm.
I agree with the co-artist sentiments,
Hmm.
but they should also understand the practical difficulties of the organizer.
Fair enough. That's all. That this is the conversation that needed to happen, and it's happened. And Shailesh Raikarji, even if you thought it was long enough, you're still here. So clearly, we're doing something right. So we'll move on to the next question. Um, Saberi, please ask more or different questions and let him share more information, which will be of interest to larger audience. Hmm. Okay. Well, Shailesh ji, I don't know why you're still here if you're not interested, but yeah, I'll carry on.
No, I'll tell
I
you,
yeah, I
Saberi, I think,
yeah.
no, you should understand him. For a common man, these are issues which are not concerning them. It is
I don't think
concerning
that's
them the
right though.
performance choice of artist and all that.
But
Because
my show isn't just for the common man though. My show is for also the artists. I am speaking on behalf of artists also. I am also speaking on behalf of organizers. I don't organize on such a big level as you. I have only started, it's been 2 years, and I don't do it at such a big level. I hope to in the future, hopefully with all the wonderful organizing I'm seeing around me and the wonderful artists I'm seeing around me, I do hope to organize in a bigger way.
no, let's get
But
to the more questions.
of course,
As
of
he,
course, there's
as the
no
audience,
problem with that. I guess, yeah, we'll get to the more important questions. And Shailesh ji, if you have any more questions, please put it in the comment section below. In fact, anybody watching, if you want to ask Shashi ji any questions, please put it in the comment section below, because we're having a very interesting conversation. Okay, next, I want to ask you, what do you decide first, the budget or the artists? Because this is also a very important question. And what is the kind of process of that when it comes to money and artists, and how do you manage that?
If you want to do something, if the cause is good, money follows. I never do budget first and then artist. I first decide what I'm supposed to do. What should I do? This I'm talking about Pancham Nishad. I'm not talking on behalf of organizing community.
Right, right.
As Pancham Nishad spearheading that organization, I will only say कि आपको एक कार्यक्रम करना है तो करना है. आरोही करते समय मुझे पता होता है कि इसमें पैसा नहीं आएगा. Then the question is, what am I doing here? Am I organizing events, organizing this? There are two aspects which I now take an opportunity to explain.
Right, please.
What is the difference between the event manager and event organizer? Can you tell me?
No, I don't have that much idea of it. I would like to hear it.
Event manager manages event for others. He does, आप किसको भी रखो, मुझे मतलब है मेरे फी से. I am managing your end. My expertise is a production. My expertise is giving publicity. My expertise is managing that event. My expertise is not what event has to be, where it has to be, how it has to be, who should be part of that event is not my choice. I have been given that this is the event and I am managing it.
Right, right, right.
Event organizer is someone who conceives an idea, who puts his money at stake, then tries to have resource mobilization, makes the choice of the artist accordingly. He puts in his a little thoughts into that and runs the financial risk.
Right.
So event organizer is one who carries financial risk with him. Event manager never carries financial risk with him. So this is event management company. Pancham Nishad is event organizer. We manage events, but it does not mean that we are only event managers.
Right.
Secondly, there are two types of organizers in the art field. Someone who is not connected to the art as such, but feels that there is a money involved in it, and with bringing in some good artist, I can make money. So the objective is a profit motive. I want to make money out of it. There are organizers like Pancham Nishad who believes that we are here to promote art. If I do two events featuring, let us say, the superstar Zakir Hussain or Hari Prasad Chaurasia or Ravi Shankar or Amjad Ali Khan Sahab or all such stalwarts, and assume I make a good money. Assume I get good sponsors, I get good money. Let me assure you, Saberi here, and I want all the music listeners also to know, Pancham Nishad does not take any surplus home. That is flowed back into promoting artists through events like Prataswar, events like Arohi. When I took Zakir Bhai for an interior rural tour, we did 4 tours with Zakir Bhai, taking him to the interior parts, because we wanted to create awareness about these arts among those small towns where it is difficult to take such artists.
Where it's difficult to reach the music.
And artists supported because they realize that here money is not important.
The cause is important.
Pancham Nishad as an organizer, I want to say that we are here not to make tons of money. Oh, and my balance sheet speaks, I can declare 100% dividend. No, that is not the motive.
Right, right, right.
The basic objective, as you asked earlier, is only how do I promote and preserve this art by spreading it to the remote places also.
Right.
And not giving sermons, but just have artists that they look forward to hear. How do you find a place, small place like Kudal, which is a total population of 10,000, to afford to have an artist like Zakir Hussain.
Of course.
But then we talk to Zakir Hussain, why we are doing here all these concerts which we have got money, we'll spend on infrastructure cost. We may not be in a position to pay you your fees, but we want you to perform in front of them. And take my word, all these senior artists do support you.
Hmm.
I must say that all those artists, if the cause is good, not only the artists support, the sponsors also support. Your
Hmm.
objective has to be clear. What is the purpose of your being in this industry?
Hmm.
And it doesn't make a difference. If I am here only to make money, nothing wrong in that.
Hmm.
If I want to treat it as a business, no problem about it.
Right.
But then I cannot advocate or plead myself to be, oh, I am here to promote and do a great service to the music industry. No. Then my
Hmm.
objective is that whosoever is profit making artist, I am featuring him. If you go through the entire catalog of about some 1,200 events that we have done,
Mhm.
you will find that we have in Arohi for last 17 years, almost 300 artists. We don't repeat artists.
Mm.
We don't repeat artists in Arohi. We don't
Mm.
repeat artists in Prataswar. We don't repeat artists in Udayswar.
Mm. Mm.
Once he has performed, he or she has performed, then we say, thank you very much. Even if we have got a concessional concert from a big artist.
Mm. Mm.
And when we do a commercial concert, then there are logistics. But by and large, we have also featured youngsters in major festivals. When we did tour with Zakir Bhai, we had all youngsters of those eras in 2000 take them along with Zakir Bhai, perform first for 45 minutes and then his solo. So that his name or her name also reaches to the interior parts.
Mm. Mm. Very
So,
interesting.
we have to understand these various issues involved in organizing. Organizer means what kind of organizer you are.
Mm. What are your goals?
I That's what I say. Pancham Nishad organizes a concert of devotional music Bolava Vittal in
Yes.
15 cities every
Yes, I
year.
saw that. Yeah. Yeah.
What is the objective? Every center does not give us money.
Mm.
But our objective of taking Bolava Vittal to all these centers is to basically spread the message of Sant Jnaneshwar, Sant Tukaram, Sant Chokhamela, their messages of life or the philosophy, whatever it is, through their compositions. People should know that this is one genre of devotional music
Mm.
from Maharashtra, and these are the poets, saint poets, whose work is something unbelievable, what work they have done, and they should be aware of it.
So, do you think that more organizations should think about not just the money side of things, and they should do something for the, for the communities that can't get music so available to them?
Who am I to tell them? Who am I to tell you that you dance for free and you promote dance?
Mm.
It is your choice. It is your inner voice that should say that.
Mm. Mm.
It's how can I talk on behalf of others that you do this? If he or she is coming into that field with an objective of making money, so be with it. What is wrong in that?
Mm.
Why we expect that everyone has to do this kind of charity and we
Oh
want
no,
to.
I mean
So,
that's not what I was asking. I was saying, if you are, let's say, a very big artist who has, of course, I mean, this is people's full-time profession. They have to get money out of it. It's very important. Money is a very important aspect. It's probably one of the most important aspects of being anything in any career. What I'm asking is, let's say I become a very massive name and I've got money. I'm getting money with the programs that I'm doing.
mm,
um, should there also be, in artists, I'm speaking about artists now,
yeah, yeah, go ahead.
specifically, do you think that artists should also, alongside the money, alongside earning money from their music and dance, do you think they should have a sense of social awareness that, I'm earning money and I've earned money all my life, now I'm at a stage where I can inspire people through my music, or I can go to places where I can perform my music to people who are less privileged, who will not be able to hear this kind of music if I don't take a step. Do you think that artists should be thinking about this once they reach that level in life?
Saveri, let me tell you with my experience. They do
Yes.
think about it. I will
Yes.
give you one small anecdote. This is personal conversation which I am sharing.
Yes, please.
पंडित जसराज जी, जिनको हम लोग बापू जी बुलाते हैं, उनसे इसी विषय पे बात हो रही थी, तो उन्होंने कहा कि मैंने एक जमाने में गांव में, भाई हम सर्कल शुरू कर रहे हैं, यहाँ के लोगों को संगीत का आस्वाद मिलना चाहिए, तो मैं फ्री गा के आया हूँ। कुछ 1-2 साल के बाद वापस किसी कारणवश वहां गया, तो मुझे पता चला कि वो संस्था अस्तित्व में ही नहीं है। You see, artists, definitely they should have that social responsibility, but it is each one's prerogative and we must respect that. His music is already inspiring, whether he gets money out of it or not. And I give you one philosophical speech that I heard about this. What is an art? So someone said in Devanagari, he said, आपको जिंदगी में कला का स्थान क्या है? तो उपजीविका और जीविका। उपजीविका मतलब मुझे खाना खाना है, मुझे घर चाहिए, मुझे पहनने के लिए कपड़े चाहिए। My livelihood, what does it demand? Now the day you make art as your source for that livelihood, आपकी आर्ट ही आपकी जीविका है या उपजीविका का साधन है? Is it your life or is it your source of livelihood? Once it becomes a source of livelihood, the art itself takes a little backseat. And I must share one good anecdote with my father. One day, and Satish must be listening to it. It happened on a very auspicious day. Satish was the first member in our family to have bought a new car. And my father knew about car quite a bit. So he was very keen to have first our parents to take a ride in his car. So he came there, took my mother and father, गाड़ी में बिठा के पूरा राउंड मार के लेके आया। सतीश सुन रहा होगा। फिर हम लोग सब खाना खाने बैठे, तो उसने पिताजी से पूछा कि भाई कैसे लगी आपको गाड़ी, ये नई गाड़ी ली अच्छी? तो बोले, एज ए फादर आई एम वेरी प्राउड ऑफ यू दैट यू हैव बीन एबल टू परचेस अ कार विथ ऑल, गाड़ी तुमने खरीद ली। बस इतना याद रखना, गाड़ी मेंटेन करने के लिए संतूर मत बजाना। Did you get?
Yes.
Do not play santoor to maintain car. Now there is a big philosophy in this. You have all these material things, it's okay. But to maintain that, if you are doing your art, then there is something drastically wrong with you as an artist.
Yeah. I mean, I think, but
I'm just saying it what? It is an approach of everyone towards life.
Yeah. But don't
Nobody
you
is
think
wrong.
don't you think there are also people who do their art because they love their art? They love their art from their heart. But that's also the only thing they want to do in their life. So whatever money they're also getting in life is from that art. That doesn't mean that you have to have a massive house or you have to have a massive car. But they're happy with whatever materialistic things they have in life.
That's good.
Yeah.
But I want to go
still
from
their livelihood and their life at the same time.
I want to go from Maruti to Honda to Mercedes to BMW to Ferrari, and for that I am performing my art. There is something inherently, some kind of a gap, and even I second that. I second what my father said, and I agree.
I mean, it's very interesting actually, because I was telling you before we started the live that Abhishek Borkar and myself, we've started this form, which is called the ICMDS form, Indian Classical Music and Dance Syndicate. And we started this because we realized, and I read in an interview that you also said, that we need a kind of, you said you didn't want to use the word association, but we needed a group where we all came together and we became a part of one body, like one group, because we need unity in the community. And I completely agree with that. And
but let me tell you,
yes,
I know,
please.
I am aware about it. What you are talking about, I am aware about it. But you know, you will pardon me for using some Hindi terminologies.
No, please.
On and off.
It's fine.
एक कहावत है, जेणु काम तेणु. Do you understand what does it
No,
mean?
I do not.
जिसका जो काम है वो उसको करना चाहिए. अगर मैं ऑर्गेनाइज कर रहा हूँ तो मुझे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में ध्यान देना चाहिए. मैं कलाकार नहीं बनना चाहिए. मैं दोनों रोल नहीं करना चाहिए. जेणु काम तेणु. I have to concentrate. Artist has to concentrate on the art. No doubt that it has to come under one roof. That one umbrella is now today necessary. Under the present circumstances, the time is ripe for all of them to come together and think that we should stay together and grow separately. And this philosophy, if this particular fraternity does not understand, it will work like a cottage industry.
Yeah, that's what you said in the article. You said cottage industry. Yeah.
जिसका जैसा सिक्का चला चला, जिसकी किस्मत में जो लिखा है, इंसान उसकी जिंदगी में वक्त से पहले और किस्मत से ज्यादा कुछ नहीं मिलता है. तो वैसे चलने दो. कोई सही या गलत का बात है नहीं. If today we complain that oh there is a huge problem, but are we really independent enough to pursue our art? We have to introspect. We have to introspect. There was a time when artists used to be felicitated every time they used to go for performance. By bouquet though, I must share with you. In 25 years, Pancham Nishad does not give bouquets, flowers on the stage. Not that we want to disrespect the artist. Of
Right.
course, it's an art. But those days were different when this practice was in operation. You see, we have to do away with the rituals and maintain the tradition. This art, which fundamentally speaks about the tradition, needs to also understand within what we are following what are the ritualistic ingredients and what is really traditional. Things have changed, times have changed. You cannot expect an artist to say now that oh एक जमाना था हम लोग 3 घंटे अकेले गाते थे, अभी तो 1 घंटे में महफिल खत्म हो जाती है. Those peaceful days have gone, days have changed, audience is changed, their perception of looking at this art has changed. There are various factors which determine the total structure of the art world. So all these various factors, if we take it into account, for example, now let me come to your dance field.
Yes, please.
And without you asking me a question, I will just tell you.
Yes.
We did try to do dance program once or twice, and honestly, what I observed, it is too difficult. At the outset, I am not so much into dance segment, but still, let me tell you that there the co-artist, their demands, especially I must share and let the listeners also know.
Please,
in Bharatanatyam, I found that this Mridangam player does not play there, this person does not go there. Boss, you are an artist. If you want to do performances, ये इसका गुरु उधर नहीं जाता है, इसका शिष्य ये नहीं करता है. हम लोग कला कर रहे हैं क्या ये सब हम लोग नॉर्म संभाल रहे हैं? CA profession, which is supposed to be totally out and out money oriented, it is money centric. Do you agree?
Yes.
But as a chartered accountant, I must tell you that the professional brotherhood that we have, I have not seen it in the music world.
Oh yeah, I mean that's true. We have no unity.
I will tell you, in my professional career, when I was a newcomer, we used to get together almost 30-40 chartered accountants every Sunday to discuss that what's happening in the profession, what is there, if there is any difficulty, each one used to help other.
And I want to ask you one question, which is, because you brought up dance, I was going to ask you later anyways, but you brought it up anyways, so great. How many dance programs has Pancham Nishad kept?
You know, I toured with a dancer. Pancham Nishad did a tour with a dancer.
Okay.
To introduce her.
Okay.
It's a little another story that.
No, yeah, that's fine.
Later on, she chose something else. We did it, but I found at that time, it's a little complicated segment.
Okay.
classical musicians, and this is quite much better. That the
Mm.
co-artist, I found their approach, something is a bit, the least I say, the better it is. I would only say that I decided to stay away.
Yeah, okay. No, but you decided to stay away just because of the behavior of these co-artists?
Not only behavior, it's something, एक तो paraphernalia बहुत है,
Mm.
और
Mm.
one thing I have seen with the co-artist, with the classical musicians, their all efforts are to enhance the program of the main artist, by and large.
Mhm.
They get into that groove.
Mm.
वो कलाकार की लय छोड़ के खुद नहीं भागता है,
Mm.
वो किस अंदाज से उसको कॉम्प्लीमेंट करके उस प्रोग्राम को एनहांस करे, इस पे ध्यान देता है.
Right.
Honestly, my experience I am seeing, the co-artists were in their own world.
That's really sad. I mean,
मेरा तबला कैसा बजता है, मेरा नटवांगम कैसे बजता है, मेरा ये कैसे होता है. अरे भाई,
that's
आप,
very sad. That's very sad.
मैं मेरी एक्सपीरियंस की बात कर रहा हूँ.
No,
ये हर
I mean,
जगह होता होगा ऐसे में नहीं कह रहा हूँ.
no, can I just say that as a dancer, I find it incredibly sad that you've had this experience, because as dancers and as co-artists who play with dancers, we need to think about this, because if this is the kind of behavior or the kind of impression we're giving, I think this is a really sad thing. And as a dancer, all I can say to fellow dancers is that let's work on this so that people don't see us in this light. But I wanted to ask you, uh, how many performances of, because I understand you've had bad experiences, and you're not the first person who's told me that. There's been many people who've said the same kind of thing to me, which is worrying, which is why I'm saying I
I have
agree
had
with
good
you.
experience also, huh?
Yeah,
I have had good experience also.
yeah.
But
So
ये
if,
मेरा,
if you've had the good experience, then why not have more dance performances in Pancham Nisha?
I will explain you. I know that you will ask me that question.
Yes.
जो चीज को आप, जिस क्षेत्र की आपको ज्यादा जानकारी नहीं हो, if you don't know that field very well,
Hmm.
then you don't want to get into that water.
Hmm.
और डांस का एक आप, can I say something?
Yes,
Please
yes.
don't take it otherwise. I'm
No,
just
no, no.
talking about what is in the reality. I have
Please.
seen so many dance programs in Mumbai. Good dance programs. I do attend.
Hmm.
Good dancers, good dance programs, good thematic concerts. Very good. All are free.
Hmm.
Nobody wants to buy ticket.
To watch dance?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Why is it so? Why I don't see Kathak dancers for Bharatnatyam concert? Why I don't see Bharatnatyam dancers for Kathak dance program? I hardly see.
So
They
if
have
you've
their own
seen,
groups attending.
so if you've seen my episodes before this is what I keep asking. Why do dancers not go and watch music? Why do Kathak dancers not go and watch Bharatnatyam? Why do Bharatnatyam dancers not go and watch Kathak? Why do Kathak dancers not go and watch Odissi or Manipuri or like whatever? Why do we not go and watch each other? Because this is very important. And Kathak dancers, so we as Kathak dancers need to know so much tabla. Yet you will see very few Kathak dancers going to watch a tabla recital also, which is a very, very sad thing. So in that sense, you are absolutely correct, because dancers, we ourselves don't have unity.
But I must tell you one good
So
side
we are
about that
unable.
also. I did two programs.
Yeah.
One I did it as a Tribhukti with bringing in Odissi dancer, Bharatnatyam dancer, and Kathak dancer, and choreograph one program with their dance different styles with one common theme.
Mm.
And incredibly, they did
It was
good
great.
job
Yeah.
with all the accompanist. And I said I want live music. Each one will bring
Yes.
its own musician, do it,
It's very important.
and
Well, I think,
it.
sir, then Pancham Nishad should keep more dance, because I feel that if your organization has so much experience, you've dealt with the most senior artists in the field and in the fraternity, in the community, whatever people may like to call this, then I think the only people who can deal with dancers is you, sir.
The
Because
only person in dance field I saw that people tend to buy tickets is Pandit Birju Maharaj
that's fine,
and
sir. That's okay.
Kelucharan Mohapatraj. And Kelucharan
But I
Mohapatraj.
think if an organization like Pancham Nishad starts to keep dance regularly, I think people one day will start to buy tickets for dance, and that day will be historical in itself. So I think that will be amazing, because I have spoken to all the organizers actually that I've had. yourself, Devina, and Sandeep Virdi. All these people I've spoken to about this. You brought it up yourself, so I'm very happy because I didn't have to bring it up with you.
I am very much the first Pancham Nishad 96 I did whole night. I had kept Archana Joglekar's Kathak dance sharp at midnight 12, and the whole hall was chock-a-block full. And that was a ticketed show.
Well, that's brilliant.
And that too in a
Please keep
city
more
of
dance.
Pune.
Please keep more dance. Please do, because there's a lot of dance audience, but yes, I do agree with this. Dancers don't go and watch other people, and this is a real issue. I keep saying this on the show. Please, please, please go and watch each other. Please go and watch each other because it's important. And dancers, please go and watch musicians, and musicians should also go and watch dancers.
In a lighter vein, I was in Baroda, and someone said that in Baroda, the Arangetram concerts are more than the actual dance programs in this city. You just said Arangetram, and it is in lighter vein. I do not want to again disrespect here in any way, but some real things which you listen to it and then you get little, but some or the other how. I hope that Pancham Nishad will take up this dance field little seriously. So
Please,
far,
that would be wonderful.
Not so, what should I say, so keen. It's simply because logistically it little bit scares us.
I just think that's a bit sad for the dance community, because every time if the logistics come in, then we are sidelined. And that's what I was saying to I can't remember who, but I was speaking to somebody, and this is what I was saying, that I understand of obviously as an organizer or as an organization, it's very difficult to fit in dance, because dance involves a lot more artists, and so in return it involves a lot more organizational skills in that sense.
Can I just ask you one question?
Please, yes.
All dances which I have seen, and this is the question is out of ignorance, not out of any knowledge.
Yes.
All dance forms which I see, mainly Odissi, Bharatanatyam and Kathak, you have typical costumes, so much so that only Kathak has got little different. Is it not possible for you to think in a little different way to your dance presentation?
I personally,
no, if it is possible.
Yeah, I'll answer this question for you. Personally, if I was to go into the dance topic now, we would spend another hour speaking, and I don't want to do that. But there is a lot of background, so that we need to cover if I was to cover this topic with you. So hopefully now that we're in touch, we'll discuss, but I'll touch on it very, very small. Like, I don't want to take more than a minute to discuss this, because there are a few people who've asked you questions, and I want to at least ask one question.
No, so this you answer later on and ask those other questions.
Yeah, I'll ask, but I because there are some dancers in the viewership, so I'll just answer very quickly. I feel that there are some people who make very bad excuses for not keeping dance. One is presentation, because to be very honest with you, the most interesting presentation is of dance. I'm not going to talk about Bharatanatyam. I'm not going to talk about Odissi. I'm a Kathak dancer. I don't want to talk about them because I don't want to talk out of ignorance, right? I want to talk about the things I have information on, and that is a Kathak dancer because I am one. As a Kathak dancer, we are dancing with our bodies. It is the most visually pleasing thing. Also, we do almost exactly what a tabla player does in a tabla lehra. A dancer is just making that into a visual representation of things. Costume is a very minor issue for me, because then you'd have to go into gharanas. There's a different costume for Jaipur gharana, different costume for Lucknow gharana, different costume for Banaras gharana, and those are traditional costumes. So you will not believe it, there's been a lot of change in the costumes. Trust me, there's very few people who these days wear the traditional costumes. I'm not going to go into whether that's right or wrong, but what I will say is, for people to understand dance, they need to see the dance and the content. So the paran, the toda, the tukda, the tatkar, the chakkar, the bhav, the thumri, the bhajan, whatever they're performing, you need to look at the content rather than how the person is looking on stage. Because if now we go into how somebody is singing on stage and how they're looking, or what are the faces they're making when they're doing a taan, then that's a problem. So just like that, people need to treat dance like that also. If you're going to start concentrating on the content that a dancer is providing you, then only you will have a positive outlook on a dancer. I believe, sir, that people look too much at a dancer with the point of, oh, I want her to look so beautiful and so pretty and so presentable on stage. Yes, it's a visual art form and we try to look presentable, but we also try to give you content. We try to give you good talim, the talim we have received from our gurus, just like a khayal singer would, or just like an instrumentalist would. We are also trying to do that for you. And I think that musicians and dancers, organizers, critics, anybody in this field needs to open their eyes, needs to open their ears to what Kathak dancers and dancers in general have to offer. We have a lot more to offer than just costume, makeup, how pretty we look, how our hair looks. We have a whole lot to offer. And yeah, we have a whole lot to offer. And I'm just going to stop it there because I am going to have a dancer in my next episode. But I want to go and ask you a question that somebody else has asked here. There was a question. Gauri Pathareji has written a very long comment, but I'm going to read it, and she's asked a question. Artists grouping and rivalry has reached to lowest level as it's totally charitable industry. Self-promotion and demotions of others even on stage happens. It has reached lowest level because of extreme level of frustration due to unrealistic expectations. This can be improved only if artists get real-time assessments about art, commerce of arts, time traveled and time still needed to be traveled towards bigger success, parallel ways to make money. This way, artists will invest their time in securing their interest and self-promotion, but will not waste time in others' demotion. Then only friendships will grow in fraternity. Someone like Shashiji needs to educate artists for trying alternative ways, musical or non-musical, of making money along with doing professional music, and the assurance to them as an organizer that the future is bright for them. What's your take on this? That was really long, but that was the question. What is your take on this?
She just wants to ask that is there any alternate source of income to maintain yourself and pursue art as an art? Am I right? This is what she wants to communicate. And what she wants me to educate about?
She's saying, then only friendships will grow in fraternity. Someone like Shashiji needs to educate artists for trying alternative ways, musical or non-musical, of making money along with doing professional music. And the assurance that them as an organizer, I think what she's trying to say, that the assurance that they do have a bright future as a musician. And you can earn money as a musician, but what are the alternative ways of making the money, whether it's musical or non-musical?
As I'll try to be as brief as possible. Three crises.
I'm sorry, Gauri Pathareji, if I haven't understood your question. I tried my
I'll
best.
try to answer.
So has,
I will also make an effort to answer, but I
Yeah.
get her point. Three major ingredients or three major factors for any performing artist. What are those three? Is a content crisis, visibility crisis, and financial crisis. If you are the sole earning member and if you are depending on that, financial crisis takes a prime seat. But for you to be an artist, the content crisis is of utmost importance. Your content has to be such, and you should have that. You know, everyone wants to be on the stage. Whether or not his content is adequate enough to position him in that league from stage A to upwards. हर किसी को आर्टिस्ट बनना है. अच्छा, कितने जल्दी बनना है? Everyone wants this art to be professed on the stage because it is attached with the visibility crisis. The more I am seen, the more I will come. It doesn't work like that. Secondly, she spoke about friendship. I'll give you example. There were days when very senior artists used to come to our house and they used to exchange their musical information, knowledge, new things that they have learned. And thereby, either of the party became richer. जैसे आज भाई यमन में 4 कॉम्पोजिशन मुझे गुरुजी ने सिखाए, ये ऐसा है, इसकी सम ऐसी है, इसमें ये अलगपन है, ये दूसरे में ऐसा है, and they used to exchange. Similarly, 4 compositions with artist A and 4 compositions with artist B, when they exchange, both of them were having now 8 compositions with them.
Right.
This philosophy artist has to pursue. The feeling of insecurity that someone will know more than what I know has to be removed. It has to go. First of all, friendship means आप देना सीखिए, जो आपके पास है दे दीजिए, फिर आप देखिए आपको कितना मिलते जाएगा. If giving is what empowers you more, everywhere you find that the level of insecurity has reached a level that it is not only individualistic, it is not a selfish approach, it has become a self-centric approach. Being selfish is a natural thing. Being self-centric is your attitude towards something. Whatever is there, it should be only for me. To say, नहीं, सबको बढ़ना चाहिए, but in your heart and head you say it is only me who has to go ahead. भाई म्यूजिक और एनी परफॉर्मिंग आर्ट ये कोई डरबी की रेस नहीं है. If you want to pursue your art, first take yourself out of this rat race and pursue your art. It's a difficult thing, maybe little utopian situation, but I say you must know to put that line.
I mean, there's only one thing that I was thinking, which is that this is a very idealistic situation. It would be amazing if artists could do this, if they could think
if
about.
If they want to be called as an artist.
Yeah, but I mean, I think we're missing out on one point, which is that there are people doing this obviously out of love. I don't think there's very few people, I think, who come into this who do it just for the money, because there's very less money in the field anyways.
They may not do it for money, but then they look forward to make money out of that. I do not look at it. I do have love for music, or I do have liking for music. There is a difference between love and liking. In love, it is only a sacrifice. In liking, there is a certain amount of inherent expectation element involved. We must understand that. You know, so when you say that they do it out of love, if you do it out of love, then you should know only giving.
So you shouldn't expect anything in return from it?
Art, you are pursuing art. Art has to give it to you on its own. It should come to you naturally. I'll tell you, Kumarji, and these anecdotes only can say how they were thinking. Kumarji once, if Satish is listening, he just said that Kumarji, मेरे एक दोस्त के लिए कलकत्ता में प्रोग्राम चाहिए अप्रैल में. तो कुमारजी ने कहा ये चिंतन का समय है, गाने का नहीं. मुझे अगले मौसम में लोगों को कुछ नया सुनाना है. आपके पास ये आस चाहिए कि मैं नया क्या दे सकता हूँ, मैं इसमें नया क्या कर सकता हूँ. It is an endless journey. Art cannot be on the same pedestal as it is like a chartered accountant, a lawyer, or some employee, some MBA. No. That kind of an education is meant, it is money oriented.
So do you believe then that the musician should do something on the side for that money? Because money is very necessary.
एक कहावत थी पुराने जमाने में, संगीत हो या और कोई कला हो, या तो अमीर या तो फकीर, इन दोनों को ही करना चाहिए. उसके बीच में जो एक समाज की व्यवस्था है, उनको 10 बार सोचना चाहिए. अपने आनंद के लिए कर रहे हो या पैसा कमाने के लिए कर रहे हो या नाम कमाने के लिए कर रहे हो. कला आप मुझे बताइए, हम अपने स्वयं आनंद के लिए करते हैं या नाम लेने के लिए करते हैं. व्हाट इज द ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ, आदमी संगीत क्यों करता है? अगर उससे प्यार है तो उससे आनंद ही लेना है, फिर पैसा कहाँ से आया?
Can I answer that question?
Yeah.
I grew up in a musical family.
Yeah.
I'm very privileged. I keep saying this on this show. I'm a very privileged person. I don't have to think about where I'm getting money from every day. I have a roof, I have
Mm,
food. So
mm.
I'm very, very happy and very, very
Bas.
privileged indeed. But
Mm,
there are people, I have friends
mm,
who have grown up in a non-musical family. And I hope to speak to some of them in the future because I haven't had many people on
mm,
my show who are from a non-musical background. So I will speak to some of them who do music because they absolutely love it. They absolutely love it. They love it from their hearts. They do it because that is their life, right?
mm,
That is their life. And they do
mm,
it because of that. But also, they don't expect gari, bangla, all of these things from the music, maybe. But they do expect the minimum that anybody should get from doing anything, right? The minimum that they should get. The form that Abhishek and I have created, that the statistics on that says that I think I'll have to get it out for that. But I think it's about 47 point something percent of people uh, are under the 1 lakh margin when it comes
mm,
to annual income,
mm,
right? And majority of the percentage of those people are full-time musicians. This is a real problem. I'm not saying that they need a massive bungalow or a massive car or that. It's the necessities in life that these musicians, these hardworking musicians also need. It is a great thing to say that, of course, we are giving with our art. The talim that we receive, we work on that. We do sadhana on that, as everybody says. And then we give to the audience or we give to the community with our art. Yes, I completely agree with that. But if I'm giving, I should be in the position to give, and that position will only be made through my talim, through my riyas, but with also having a roof on top of my head, with also having food on my plate. That opportunity is very less, and I'm seeing that more and more now that we've done this form. And I'm seeing that there are full-time musicians who are not earning anything, hardly anything, to even have a comfortable life, which is a very sad thing. I think talim, riyaz, all of these things are utmost importance. And what your content that you're presenting, you should be uh, inspiring people with your music. Completely correct. But there's also a side of it, which is the practical side of things. Just like, sir, you were talking about the practical sides of an organization.
mm,
You can't fit everybody on a poster. For you, that's a practical side. For us artists, we also have a practical side. We also need to feed our families. We may not need a massive bungalow or a car, but we need to feed our families. That minimum, and I have that. I'm very lucky I have it, and I keep saying this. I'm speaking for those who don't, because they can't speak. They're in a situation now that they can't. And I think you and I, after discussing this, we've come to a middle ground, which is amazing. And this is exactly why these conversations are needed for everybody watching, because there are opinions and there are conversations that need to happen. We have gone into 1.5 hours of discussion, sir, which is
I will just
amazing.
come to this one
Uh,
small point.
please do.
मुझे आप
We'll
ये
finish with your
बताइए,
point. We'll finish with your point. Yes.
हम संगीत क्यों कर रहे हैं? हम डांस क्यों कर रहे हैं? आनंद के लिए, अपना प्यार है करके.
Huh.
Is there a motive to make money out of it?
So I won't say there's a motive to make money, but I think money is important in everybody's life.
So there are
There's a
ways and means
distinction
to earn
between
money.
that.
There are
So
ways
yes,
and
I
means
think
to
that's
earn
what
money.
Gauriji was asking. What are those means?
I'll tell you. Today
Yes.
you are in an educated world. You are all, most of the musicians are educated, unlike in the past.
Yes. Yes.
I will give you two examples if that serves the purpose.
Yes.
There are two examples that I will give who pursued art for art's sake.
Hmm.
And that should be the approach, in the sense they never complained. How do you look at the way towards art? If you are looking at that, this should become my source of livelihood, is one segment. I don't say who is right, who is wrong. It is your approach, you decide. If your love for art is taking you so much, this is your talent. Like a chartered accountant says that I have a inherent knowledge about finance, so I will complete CA and I will start working and earning money. Correct? So CA profession will be my source of livelihood. Similarly, there are art artists who say that I am having inherent talent of my art, for example, like Kumar Gandhar, this will be my source of livelihood also, and I am happy with what I get out of it. I will try to fit into that myself. But at times it may so happen that it doesn't fit into that also. As you rightly said that
Right.
their earning is less than that. So what do they do?
Mm.
With the huge supply more than the demand today, you have to take a practical decision that there has to be alternate source of income. Look at the South Indian segment. All of them are highly qualified. Some or the other, if you find out, they have some source of income.
Mm.
They may not tell you, but they do have.
No, they do. Yes, yes. No, it's a very open thing. Yeah.
Here, if you find, even today, there are many artists, those who have not conventionally educated. They have given their truly every hour to the music that they are professing, like as an instrumentalist or as a vocalist. But I'll give two examples, those who made it big but never depended on that art. Then they ensured that if I have chosen a family, then I must have a source of income. I cannot complain. My wife should not complain that because of your art, we are facing 2 times square meals problem. Number one is Dr. Vasantrao Deshpande.
Mm.
35 years he worked as a military accountant, but still rose to a great heights.
Mm-hmm.
And second here, it may not be right क्योंकि हमारे में कहावत है कि अपने बच्चे की, अपने भाई की और अपने माता पिता की दूसरों के सामने तारीफ नहीं करनी चाहिए,
Mm.
लोगों को करनी चाहिए. पर
Mm.
मैं कहता हूँ माय फादर 36 years from 9 to 5 आईटीसी में काम किया, but he took his music to a level where he was considered as a revered guru, as a performer, as a
Mm.
composer. He did
Mm.
achieved everything.
Mm.
So you choose how you want to have a approach towards this. Go to the Bollywood industry, people, those who give their life, they are also suffering heavily. There are very chosen few who go to the top. How many of them have
So I
uh,
don't think we can compare Bollywood to our
I'm not
industry.
comparing, I am saying they have chosen, that is also an art.
Mm.
End of the
Yeah, it's
day,
an art. It's an
it's an
art.
art. So I am
But they
talking
get
from that
minimum.
angle.
They get minimum something when they're acting in a film.
Is the performance
They are
only
giving
litmus test? Only when you do
no,
performances you can get money?
no.
Then you
It's
do a
not.
sound engineering course, then you do, let us say, a writing course, then you do n number of things related to the
But
art.
why? But why is art only seen as something that's spiritual? Why?
I'm not saying it is
Why?
spiritual.
Or
You,
something that will only something where I'm only giving as a human being. My first and foremost, I don't know, concern. I think this everybody will agree. Maybe some people won't say it, like you were saying with the Carnatic artists, they might hide it. It's the same here. People will hide this. People don't have the guts to say this in front of anybody's face. But we are here so that we can eat food, have a good roof over our heads, and have somewhere to do our music. साधना करेंगे कैसे अगर घर ही नहीं है तो? Where are we going to do the sadhana if there is no house, there is no infrastructure, there is no community? I don't get the money I deserve, but I also have nowhere to go and say that, I just performed or I just did a recording session and my money still hasn't come in for the past 2 months. This happens all the time to artists. They go and do a recording session, they are told we are going to put the money into your bank, and it doesn't come for 2, 3, 4 months. I'm sure there are instrumentalists in this viewership who are watching. Please comment, if you have the correct mentality too, because I would like some of you to comment on this. Yes, they don't do their music for the money, but they are investing their time, and they're investing their musical talim for your vision. For example, if a music director is asking a sarod player or a sitar player to play for their movie, that sarod player or sitar player is not going to record that recording session just for the pleasure of playing the sarod or sitar. They're going there to fulfill your vision as a music director. It is your responsibility to pay that person what they deserve for the time that they have given you. So what you're saying is completely correct in its own way. We are here as artists, and from the heart, we should be doing art. With that mentality that I'm giving somebody peace or giving somebody the talim that I have received and my music in the purest and the most I don't know, the most purest way possible. I think that's the best word to use here. But also we are artists who do need some basic commodities, which is a house, some food to eat. And I don't know why as artists we shouldn't expect to have a great lavish lifestyle. Why not? There are so many artists, there are painters who have lavish lifestyles. Why can we not? I don't think that says that you are a materialistic artist.
Who says
I think,
no? Please,
yeah.
I think you're mistaken. I don't say that no one should make money. But if you don't make money, also don't complain.
But sir, surely there's a problem if there's so many people not making money. There's a problem in the system, right?
That's what I
Because
say.
there
No,
is a
supply is more than the demand. You are working on economics. भाई देखिए, आप एक चीज ध्यान रखिए, when money matter comes, economics creeps in, whether you like it or not.
Yes.
It will. It's a matter of choice.
Yes.
There are 25 restaurants. 2 restaurants make money. Rest of the people, they make losses, close down the restaurant and go. Food is also, culinary is also an art.
Yes.
But
absolutely.
you know the market. That is why कबीर ने कहा है, मूर्ख भोग से राजा वैभवा, पंडित फिरत भिखारी, संतो कर्म की गतन यार. कहे कबीरा सुनो भाई साधो. हमने तो सुना है. और हम कितना भी कोशिश करें, वक्त से पहले और किस्मत से ज्यादा इंसान को नहीं मिलता है. Sorry, it's quite a bit. पौने 2 घंटे हो गए लगभग.
You were just getting cut off. I just want to ask you one last question we'll take from the audience.
Yeah.
This is the last question because we've spoken so much. It's
Yeah.
amazing that people are still here watching though. That's just one question from Shashwati Mandal. He says, Hi Saberi, hello Kaka. How would you address the senior artists not performing up to the mark but still are offered concerts, whereas many younger artists hardly get opportunities? Just in very small words, if you would like to answer her question. Thank you for your question. Thank you.
Very simple and Shashwati, हर चीज का वक्त आना होता है. और दूसरी बात यह है कि they are not performing up to the mark. We cannot be opinionistic and judgmental. On a given day, if someone has not performed well, in their young days, the market was open to them. There were several opportunities available. They were the prime movers in this market. So they made their name. It is the name that gives them money. आप जब लक्स साबुन लगाते हो तो उससे कई ज्यादा अच्छे साबुन हैं, नए ब्रांड आए हैं, मगर यूज करना नहीं करना. इन मार्केट इसको क्यों रखा, इसको क्यों नहीं रखा, उसके कई कारण हैं. There are several reasons to that. And your question is facing why it doesn't get an opportunity. It is at the discretion and prerogative of the other person. That is what I said. What the organizer is doing. Now today, as far as Pancham Nishad is concerned, we have probably featured 500 to 600 new artists. I might be having a list also कि किसको किसको रखा है. All those who are right now, many of them who are watching, and we don't wait for anyone to send cassette and do this. We listen somewhere and we know that this person is potential, should be given chance. But Pancham Nishad alone cannot give 4-5 chances to one artist.
Right.
Since we have a policy not to repeat, even for senior artists, we feature them at very long intervals. Only when we have such kind of demand from the sponsors that we want this artist. But Pancham Nishad's philosophy is always to give youth a reasonable, more than adequate opportunity to perform. After that, it is his or her fate to communicate. भीमसेन जी ने एक जगह कहा, हर ऑर्गेनाइजर के पास एक बार जाओ कि मुझे आपके लिए गाना है, बजाना है, या आपके लिए डांस प्रोग्राम देना है, समझ लीजिए. बट ऐसा आप अपनी कला को पेश करके आ जाओ कि दूसरे बार उसको आपके सिवाय कोई ऑप्शन नहीं रहेगा, कोई दूसरा विकल्प नहीं रहेगा. Your art has to take you there. I would feel that what I'm doing is the best, but there are many who are doing better than me, and I must respect that. So ये नहीं कह सकते कि बड़े आर्टिस्ट लोगों का परफॉर्मेंस उसका लेवल का नहीं है, ये हम कौन तय करेंगे. या आपका परफॉर्मेंस बहुत अच्छा है, ये कैसा तय करेंगे? बिकॉज दिस इज एन एब्स्ट्रैक्ट आर्ट। 10 घराने के 10 परसेप्शन है एक राग के बारे में, तो कौन सा सही कौन सा गलत? आर्ट फील्ड, आप सही गलत की बात मत कीजिए, ये विचारधारा की बात है। जिसको जो पसंद आया, इफ मेजॉरिटी लाइक इट यू आर ऑन द टॉप, इफ मेजॉरिटी डोंट लाइक यू आर नॉट ऑन द टॉप। Accept the life as it comes to you and you be positive, you keep doing it. ये जो सवाल पूछने के पहले ये सोचना चाहिए कि भाई चलो टैलेंटेड आर्टिस्ट है लेकिन मार्केट नहीं है, कुछ तो वजह होगी, एटीट्यूड होगा, उसका अपना रवैया अलग होगा। बड़े आर्टिस्ट का नेटवर्क हो गया है, उनका अपना मार्केटिंग स्ट्रेटेजीज है। लेट अस एक्सेप्ट दैट, let us accept that they have developed a bond, they have developed a relationship. शायद आदमी सीढ़ी चढ़ जाता है तो सबसे जो नीचे का पायदान है उसे भूल जाता है क्योंकि उसकी जरूरत नहीं है। तो जिस वक्त जिस आदमी की जरूरत है उस आदमी के साथ रहना भी एक आर्ट है ना। You know, that is what again I say, we mix up emotional and professional exigencies involved in any profession, be it art, music, dance, anything. सही वक्त सही इंसान मिलना और सही निर्णय लेना, ये बहुत अहम बात है ना।
Thank you. Yeah, I absolutely. Thank you.
This is, you cannot accuse the big artist that कि भाई नहीं है तो भी इनको क्यों बुलाते हैं, क्योंकि जब तक उनके नाम पे टिकट बिकते रहेंगे, उनके नाम पे स्पॉन्सर
बुलाते रहेंगे,
वो बुलाते रहेंगे। अच्छा, ये फील्ड में तो रिटायरमेंट है ही नहीं, सेल्फ डिसिप्लिन नाम की चीज ही नहीं है। कौन सही कौन गलत किसे क्या कहे?
नहीं, अभी तो आपने बोला सही गलत है ही नहीं।
कैसे होगा ना, आप मुझे बताइए ना। कल आप कथक डांस करेगी और आपके साथ दूसरा डांस करेगा, इफ आई एम योर फैन आई विल से ओ शी इज द बेस्ट। वो दूसरी डांस करेगी, उतना ही अच्छा किया होगा लेकिन मुझे नहीं रास आया।
I mean, thank you for answering that question. I think I can't remember who asked, but thank you, Shashwati Mandalji, for asking that wonderful question. Thank you for being here on my show. It's been wonderful speaking to you. We have spoken extensively. It's been more than 1.5 hours.
Abedi, I must tell you, I don't know what I have spoken. I have forgotten. I have spoken from my heart. Whether
no,
it
it's
is
great.
Right, wrong, nothing.
No, it doesn't matter. What matters is that we have shared opinions, and the viewers have shared their views and their opinions, and that is what matters the most. You have shared from your experience, and you know, we have learned a lot. There's been a lot of people who have learned a lot from you and this session. Thank you to everybody who's come through. I just want people to hang around just for 2 more minutes. I promise only 2 more minutes. I'm not going to take more of your time. There's a lot of people in the comment section talking about, you know, there needs to be a change in system. And I absolutely agree. And I'm sure Sir also agrees with you on that. There has to be a change of system and a unity. And because of that, I forgot to mention this right at the beginning, so I'm going to mention it now. After this wonderful session, I'd just like to say that Abhishek and I, we have created a form. We have taken a very, this is not even a step to resolve anything. This is a step so that some solution can come across. We've realized that there's no database that exists for artists, for Indian classical musicians and dancers. So we've created a form. We've created something that's called the Indian Classical Music and Dance Syndicate. And we've created a form which I request all Indian classical musicians and dancers to fill, whether you're junior, senior, it doesn't matter. It's just for a database. It's got very few basic information that we need from you. Please fill it in, because this database and this information will come in use maybe in the next 10 years or 20 years, and we hope to share this information with organizations, with with just people, influential people in this community, so that they can use it to financially help you, to hopefully choose artists, maybe artists they've never come across even, and they can find those names on that database. So it will help organizers, it will help artists, and we will help each other if we fill this form. Please fill this form if you're an Indian classical musician or dancer. Abhishek and I have worked hard to just make this form and to get people to fill it up. We have about 205 people who filled it up so far. We really need a much bigger number to fill this form so that we have data. This data is with Abhishek and myself, and they are in safe hands. But this will really give us a lot of insight into what's going on. And I just want to say one thing before we go, which is one of the insights that we've seen, some of the insights that we've seen, in fact. So when we had about 181 responses, there were 43.1 female responses and 56.9 male responses. Even small details like this matter, how many female, how many male, because there's so much conversation about why aren't there enough female artists being promoted. So we can see that there is a big number of female artists. So maybe, and it's not possible for all organizers, all artists to know who are all the artists in the world. You have to create a database. You have to help them find out. Then we've got the average annual income. Out of 181 responses, there are 42% of people are below the 1 lakh point, right? Annually, which is a massive concern. These are things that we need to work towards. So this form is just a very, very small step towards that. Please, please, please fill the form. And thank you so much, Shashi Vyasji, for being here with me and for giving us your valuable time and for discussing such wonderful topics and for opening our eyes to many, many more possibilities and opinions. Biggest thing is that we've sat here and discussed opinions, and the discussion has happened, which is the most important thing that I always say after all these sessions. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you to everybody who watched. There's a lot of comments and a lot of wonderful, wonderful people who watched today, artists, organizers, music lovers who watched. Thank you for watching. And once again, thank you so much, Shashi Vyasji, for being here.
Thanks, Saberi. Whatever I could be, I don't know, good, bad, but so happy to be on this discussion panel, should I say.
Yes.
But just before we close it, one only line, all those music lovers, those who say they are pursuing it, I had organized 2 workshops of Indian classical music, ticketed roughly 300 rupees including lunch, and there were not more than 30 entries. And I had done a theatre workshop with Vijayabai Mehta, and I had organized workshop of senior people, minstrels, and I had organized theatre workshop of Vijayabai Mehta with a fee of probably first time 500 and second time 10,000 rupees. For 500 rupees, we had 4,000 applications for 300 seats. And for 10,000 rupees, we had 250 applications for 60 seats. That is the difference between music and dance as an art. How do they respect workshop? And you're doing a great thing of bringing all these musicians together. All of you should take interest and have workshops more, have leg dems more, so that you enrich your art, get out of that content crisis and financial crisis. To meet that, increase your visibility crisis in a very systematic way.
Thank you very much, and thank you for being here one more time. And if you want to fill the form, I've put the form just underneath the title of this discussion, so you can go and click on it.
I must inform you, take this opportunity, I'm in the process of forming a foundation which is with a tagline that stay together and grow separately. And I have already got a Section 8 company to do that, because musicians should pursue their art and leave it to the professionals to manage resource mobilization, and everyone should get a fair chance to perform across the country.
Absolutely.
That's the objective.
Absolutely.
Let's see how it works. Okay.
We wish you all the best for that, and we hope it a massive success. Thank you for being here, and thank you everyone. And I will see you on Friday. I am sitting down with Prerna Shrimali ji. She's a very, very senior Kathak dancer, and I'll be discussing Kathak and dance. So please come back and just generally all these topics that we've discussed already here, and hear our opinions on that. And I will see you later.
Sorry to have taken so much time, almost 2 hours.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's been a great conversation. Thank you very much, and I'll see you all on Friday. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye.